my dear students. Today, let us deal with the poem Table's Turn, written by William Wordsworth, one of the great romantics. What is the greatness of William Wordsworth? See, as regards William Wordsworth and his poetry, William Wordsworth stands head and shoulder above all the great romantics of English poetry. Why? Because he deifies nature. He worships nature. He portrays nature as something which is divine, that which elevates man, that which elevates a person, transcending him or her above the normal level. That is where the greatness of Wordsworth lies. He is William Wordsworth. Look at his photo. He is seen in a very pensive mood. Why? Because he had had the influence of John Milton, William Shakespeare and many other great poets who preceded him. His father had a tremendous impact on him. His mother too had a tremendous impact on him. His father made him learn about romantic poetry. Not romantic poetry, the preceding poetry. He made him read about the great classicists and all. That made a tremendous impact on the personality of Wordsworth. As regards this poem, The Table's Turned, imagine a situation in which the poet and his friend both are in a single room. They are in a room and the poet's friend is reading something, or he is completely immersed himself or lost himself in books. Wordsworth approaches him or sees him. He comes near him and asks him and says like this, up my friend, and quit your books, or surely you will grow double. Up my friend, and clear your looks. Why all this toil and trouble? By looking at the first stanza or by reading at the first stanza, what actually you can make out? What must be the situation here? Look at the lines, up my friend. What does it signify? He is asking his friend to rise up, okay, and come towards nature by quitting his books. He says, quit your books.
Go beyond your
Yes, go beyond your books. The first and the foremost thing that we must understand as regards Wordsworth is concerned is that nature is the prime or perennial source of energy and happiness in one's life. Nature can be the best source of happiness in one's life. As regards nature, it is always important in Wordsworth's poetry. In the second stanza, the sun above the mountain's head, a freshening lustre mellow, through all the long green fields has spread his first sweet evening glow. By looking at his friend, who is totally immersed in books, Wordsworth is asking him to go into the fields and look at the sun, who has created a radiance, the brilliant kind of radiance in the whole green fields. It is lustring, it is shining. That is a source of happiness. What is there to do in the books? Go to the fields and enjoy the beauty of nature. Okay? Then, books, it is a dull and endless strife. Come hear the woodland linnet. Come hear the woodland linnet. How sweet is music. On my life, there is more of wisdom in it. See, there is a bird. So, linnet is singing there in a woodland. He asks his friend to go and hear what the linnet is singing and listen to its melodious music. On my life, last line is very important in the third stanza, there is more of wisdom in it. It is quite a commonplace, it is quite natural, and it is needless to say that one who grows up in nature, one who is quite natural, is always full with wisdom. For example, Shakespeare. What makes Shakespeare great? Shakespeare was schooled in life. Life was school of Shakespeare. That is why he stands head and shoulder above all the great dramatists that Indian literary world has ever seen. Okay? Then, and hark, how blithe the throstle sings. He too is no mean preacher. Come forth into the light of things. Let nature be your teacher. Again he summons his friend. He gives him a call that listen to the throstle. Listen to the song of the throstle. And he believes that he too is no mean preacher. What do you mean by preacher? The one who preaches. The one who preaches. So according to him, the throstle is a preacher. It can teach him the bliss of life. Then come forth in the light of into the light of things, let nature be your teacher. So Wordsworth accepts or makes his friend believe, or makes us believe that nature alone can be the best teacher. There is no other teacher more powerful than the nature. She has a world of ready wealth, our minds and hearts to bless, spontaneous wisdom breathed by health, truth breathed by cheerfulness. Here comes the main idea. Wordsworth feminizes nature. Nature is feminized. She is a lady or she is a woman, okay? And the greatness of woman is in the fact that she has got a ready wealth that can make our life blissful. Our minds and hearts will be blessed. So nature can bless our minds and heart and our overall personality. Spontaneous wisdom breathed by health. What do you mean by wisdom? What is wisdom? No, it is something which is other than knowledge. Can anybody give me the exact meaning of wisdom? Applying knowledge is wisdom. Knowledge means jnana, wisdom means viveka, that which transcends knowledge, okay? Then, one impulse from a vernal wood may teach you more of man, of moral evil and of good than all the sages can. We often go to the sages, we often go to the sannyasis, we often go to the priest to seek any kind of advice or any kind of ideas and opinions. But nature itself is a sage. No sage is greater than nature. Nature is above all. He says one impulse from a vernal wood. Vernal means spring, Sharad Rutu. Okay? That which is spring season is the most blissful season. He says may teach you more of man, of moral evil and of good. It makes us understand what is evil and what is good. Sweet is the lore which nature brings. Our meddling intellect misshapes the beauteous forms of things we murder to dissect. See how it is very tragic. As regards we human beings are concerned, we often take pleasure in dissecting things or murdering things or breaking things in order to enjoy its beauty. We cannot enjoy the beauty of a particular thing in toto. That is the biggest reason that we have reason behind murdering our nature. In the last stanza, enough of science and of art, close up those barren leaves, come forth and bring with your heart that watches and receives. First two lines, enough of science and of art. Wordsworth, according to Wordsworth, there is no importance to science and of art. According to C.V. Raman, he opines that science is the highest form of art. But according to Wordsworth, there is no science and no art greater than nature. Then, close up those barren leaves. He calls the pages of a book barren leaves. What do you mean by barren? That which is totally unproductive. So according to Wordsworth, no thing is productive other than nature. Come forth and bring with your heart that watches and receives. Our heart should be ready to observe nature, to enjoy nature, to learn from nature. Okay? So this is the idea. I will stop here. Thank you very much.